Oh my God, Mr. Berkeley. Mr. Berkeley. I'm your favorite student, bro.
Mira. Ya, che. They did it up here, but me está comiendo el brazo que me quiero. ¿Lo hicieron hoy? No. That's why they told me yesterday. Because it was too much. And now I'm about to.
I'm so tired. I get home at like 11. 10:45. I didn't fell asleep at like midnight.
No, it's a puppy.
That's the room right there.
All his stuff is right there.
Why are you want to be frustrated?
Watching it. Amen. Period. Amen. No.
Uy, tengo que mirar.
Let me know if the sophomores can handle being with the freshmen.
Habari Gani. Habari Gani. Habari Gani means hello, how are you? We welcome you to the Highland Park BSU Assembly and the introduction of our Mr. and Miss Ebony candidates. First, we will have two of our rhythmic bells and our awesome senior drummer coming to you with an African dance, Janice, Ajane, and DJ Rice. We will now ask for you to stand for the singing of the National Black Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. Mrs. Ross, Mrs. Stark, and Dr. Lieutenant.
¿Qué me está jalando? I was about to say, Dexy, ¿me puedes dejar de jalar?
Voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that our present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
We will now bring to the forefront to give you some history about Black history. Our President, D.J. Rice, and our Vice President, Justine Johnson.
Our first guy is Carter G. Woodson, is known as the father of Black History Month, as he created the celebration that eventually became Black History Month. Graduated in 1912, Woodson was just the second Black American to graduate from Harvard University with a doctorate degree.
We have blood banks in America to help doctors and nurses save lives thanks to a Black physician named Charles Richard Drew. Dr. Drew created a way to store blood in the 1930s.
Barack Obama became the first Black president of the United States in 2008.
Kamala Harris became the first woman of African and Asian descent to become vice president in 2021.
The first Black American to serve in the Supreme Court was Thurgood Marshall, the lawyer who fought to end segregation in schools. Marshall was appointed as a justice in 1967 by President Lyndon B. Johnson.
The first female self-made millionaire in America was Madam C.J. Walker, born to parents who lived in slavery before the Emancipation Proclamation. Walker grew up and created a line for hair care products for Black women like her.
Shirley Chisholm wasn't just the first Black woman elected to Congress. In 1968, she also was the first woman to ever run for U.S. president.
Students who love the Super Soaker water gun should love Lonnie Green. He, a Black American, was an aerospace engineer for NASA who invented the popular toy.
The first black person in space was Indian Food Ford, an American astronaut who rocketed into outer space for NASA in 1983. During his time with NASA, Blue Ford had flown more than 688 hours in space.
The red, yellow, and green traffic light that keeps traffic running smoothly today was invented by a black man from Cleveland, Ohio named Garrett Morgan.
The first black woman in America to earn a four-year college degree was Lucy Stranton. She graduated from Oberlin College with a literacy degree in 1850.
Black American inventor George Washington Carver was the first non-president to have a national monument put up in his honor when the George Washington Carver National Monument was erected in Missouri in the 1950s. Carver was an agriculture scientist who created more than 500 new products, from peanuts to potatoes, including soap, paint, and cooking oils.
We may not have the lights on in our classroom we have today, but we have today. If it were not for a black man named Lewis Lemerton, who worked for Thomas Edison, Lemerton created a carbon filament inside a light bulb that Edison is often credited with inventing.
Ruby Bridges was just 6 years old when she became the youngest black child to disintegrate a school in 1960. Every day for a year, 4 federal marshals had to escort little Ruby to school to keep her safe. Today, she is a mom, grandma, and a human rights activist.
Frederick George Coleman Crowley was the first black person to earn a medal.
Between 1525 and 1866, it's estimated that 12.5 million Africans were shipped to the New World to be forced into slavery.
The first known black person born in the 13 colonies was William Tucker, who was born in Jamestown, Virginia in 1624.
Although President Abraham Lincoln delivered the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863, enslaved people living in Galveston, Texas were not given their freedom until June 19, 1865. That is why we mark Juneteenth as a federal holiday today.
The first black American to hold a patent was Thomas L. Jennings, who invented the process for dry cleaning fabric.
Famous singer, jazz pianist Nat King Cole was the first black American to host a nationally televised TV show. The Nat King Cole Show was debuted in 1956 on NBC, but was canceled a year later.
Besides her famous work on the Underground Railroad, Harriet Tubman is considered the first African-American woman to serve in the military thanks to her work as a nurse in the Indian Army.
Mary Jane Patterson became the first black woman to earn a bachelor's degree in 1862. The degree came from Oberlin College in Ohio.
After Highland became the first black man in America who earned a license to practice law in 1845. He was admitted to practice in Boston, Massachusetts.
Haiti McDaniel was the first black person to win an Oscar, a singer, songwriter, and actress. She won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in 1940 for her role in Gone with the Wind.
So you see, black history is not just black history, but it's also American history. Give it up for our president and vice president. Next, we will have Ms. Dr. Batinga giving us one of her original poems just for this occasion.
Hello, everybody. So the poem that I wrote today is called Black History in the Making. Black history is not some vague mystery. It is you and me when we decide. We decide to take pride in what was sacrificed so that we could have this life. Black history is made when we take pride in learning and not just earning a reputation in this nation of being at the bottom. Economically, socially, and intellectually, Black history is more than learning about Harriet and Malcolm and Martin and being a slave. Black history is made every time each one of us achieve. Black history is made when we start to believe that we are more than a stereotype. We're more than barely surviving in this life. We're more than what they say on the news. We're more than personifying killers and drug dealers and drug use. We're more than playing a sport or providing somebody with entertainment. More than being on some court's docket for arraignment. Black history is us. Empowering those around us, serving in our communities, living to a higher standard, showing each other love and empathy. We don't have to be famous. We don't have to be rich. We just have to promise ourselves that we will be the best that we can be. Promise ourselves that we will leave a lasting legacy and we will do our part to make Black history.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you. Next, we will have the very first time you will hear this song. It was written, I believe, by Mrs. Starks and her husband. Correct? Is that correct? This is an original by our very own Mrs. Stacy Starks, the co-sponsor of the Black Student Union. She wrote this song. There's a video that's out. It's a world premiere. It is awesome. It's called Stand Up. Her son is here actually as well with some of our staff members. When you see the video, like it, share it. It should go worldwide. If you're old enough to remember We Are the World, it's that type of song. So let's get with it.
Because you learn, stay believing just because your future depends on it. It's so impressed with all my family and friends know it. Can see it on my face, replaying my mistakes. But now it's time for me to stand and take my rightful place. As the winner that I am, who do you believe in? Every moment you're breathing gives you another reason to be a beacon of light. Your life I need in my eyes can see it. I pull up the fight cause I am not defeated.
Imagínate su iglesia, fire.
We gotta stand up. We gotta stand up. We gotta stand up. Yo, go ahead and stand up. We gotta stand up. We gotta stand together. We gotta start talking. We gotta start praying. Come together as a community. This is our house. Whose house? Whose house? Alright, but there were some people came in here last night that they were going to do something. I'm just saying, I'm excited. Exactly, alright. So, we will bring to the podium Mrs. Stacey Starks. Y'all give it up one more time for her and an awesome song.
I don't want to break my nose.
Now announcing our 2025 Mr. and Mrs. Ebony candidate. Our first queen candidate is Saletta Basu. She participated in tennis, softball, ROTC, and was the vice president of BSU in 2023-2024 school year. She enjoys baking, cooking, and reading. Her plan is to go to college and study to open up her own bakery and her own publishing company. He has participated in track and has been a part of BSU for 3 years. His favorite thing about being a part of BSU is going to the K-State field trips and being around people he can connect with. His hobbies are eating, hanging out with friends and family, taking pictures, and being creative on Canva. After school, he plans on attending college and become a pediatrician nurse. Jaleel Colton. Our second Ebony Queen candidate is Tanasia Miller. She's been a participant in BSU for 1 year and Girl Up for 2 years. She has played softball for 2 years and has made the honor roll for 3 years. Her hobbies include hanging out with close friends. She plans to go to college, hopefully UCLA. Tanasia Miller. Our second Mr. Ebony candidate is Jaden Young. Jaden Young has been in BSU for 3 years. He
participates in track. He also enjoys dancing, and he has been looking at colleges to specialize in sports and dentistry. Jaden Young. Our final Miss Ebony candidate, Atir Webster. She has participated in track and field and volleyball for 2 years. She participated in BSU Spirit Club and is a dancer on the rhythmic bells. Her hobbies include dancing and hanging out with her family and friends. After high school, she plans to go to college and major in criminal justice to become a coroner. Atir Webster. Let's give it up to our Mr. and Miss Ebony candidates.
Okay, so these are our 5 candidates. You will get an announcement for being able to vote. We will actually have, during our Ebony Ball, which is on the 22nd of February, it is the Saturday after our winter royalty crowning. We all gonna party together in the South Gym. It is $5. We are looking at grades. We are looking at behavior. As we come into the Ebony Ball, and we do it right, okay? So we have students from other schools, but we don't do any drama with Ebony Ball, right? So we have a good time. Parents, thank you for coming out. Staff, students, thank you for coming out. These are our 5 candidates, and I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Lee to dismiss you.
Asante Sana BSU and Kwaheri, that means thank you very much, Black Student Union. So, with the dismissal, we will go to stop time. Make sure you get there. We will start with the lower bleachers in the blue.